Hello everyone. Today on USA Secure Benefits, we need to address an issue that directly impacts your monthly income, the timing of your payments, the stability of your healthcare, your ability to pay rent, your access to food, your medication needs, and ultimately your peace of mind. This discussion is specifically aimed at retirees, those receiving Social Security benefits, SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, widows, disabled Americans, VA recipients, caregivers, and anyone else who relies on a fixed income and depends on those deposits arriving precisely when they are supposed to. Here at USA Secure Benefits, we have carefully reviewed the guidance from the Social Security Administration, monitored releases from the Treasury Department, and tracked banking schedules to provide you with accurate information so you do not have to do it yourself. Our goal is to clear up any confusion, alleviate unnecessary fear, and explain what has been confirmed, what remains unconfirmed, and what actions you should or should not take at this moment. Before proceeding further, we encourage you to subscribe to USA Secure Benefits so you never miss out on critical updates regarding payments like this one. Additionally, please let us know in the comments where you are watching from by sharing your city and state. This helps us understand our audience better and tailor our content to the specific systems and challenges you might be facing. It is important that you stay with us through the entire discussion because the central portion contains the most vital information, particularly where we explain why some individuals might see a deposit appearing at midnight on Sunday while others do not, and crucially why that discrepancy does not indicate any issue with your benefits. To provide value right from the start, here is an overview of what is changing or under discussion. Certain Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments are appearing as pending or posting around Sunday night into Monday morning at specific banks. This primarily affects those who receive benefits via direct deposit, including retirees, SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, survivors, and some accounts linked to VA benefits. This situation tends to occur during transitions from weekends to weekdays, especially when the official Treasury release date lands on a Monday. What has been confirmed includes the Treasury's release schedule, the Social Security Administration's payment calendar, and the reality that banks have the discretion to post funds early or later based on their internal processing procedures. What has not been confirmed is that every recipient will see the money at exactly midnight, that an early posting signifies a bonus or additional payment, or that any delay implies a problem with your eligibility for benefits. Right now, you should remain calm, check your account only once or twice rather than obsessively, avoid panicking, and refrain from assuming something is wrong simply because a neighbor or someone online received their payment, while you have not yet. On the other hand, what you should not do includes flooding the Social Security Administration with calls on a Sunday night, changing your bank accounts out of fear, or believing rumors circulating on social media that claim everyone must receive payment by midnight or else their benefits are being cut. We emphasize again, do not panic. We are going to guide you through this step by step, allowing us to explain what is truly happening, because we recognize that many of you are experiencing confusion. This topic is particularly relevant now because timing is critical for those living on a fixed income. Groceries cannot wait. Rent payments cannot be delayed, electric bills must be paid on time, and medication refills are essential without postponement. When individuals hear about deposits at midnight on Sunday, it can cause their hearts to race with questions like, did I miss it? Has something changed? Is my check delayed? Or did the Social Security Administration make a mistake? Compounded by factors such as inflation, rising food prices, and increased utility bills during winter, even a brief period of uncertainty can feel overwhelming. The trigger for this current situation stems from how the United States Treasury releases funds and the varying ways banks choose to post them. Officially, the payment date might be designated as Monday, but some banks process incoming ACH files ahead of time. They might display the money as pending on Sunday evening, or even make it available immediately after midnight, whereas other banks hold off until regular business hours on Monday. It is the same Treasury release and the same instructions from the Social Security Administration, but the behavior differs among banks, and that variation is what generates fear. For instance, if you see someone online stating that their deposit appeared at 12:01 a.m. and you check your own account only to find nothing, it might lead you to believe something is wrong with your specific situation, but that is simply the system at work. not a personal issue. The Social Security Administration sends the payment file, the Treasury releases the funds, and then individual banks decide when to credit your account. This process is not related to your eligibility. It is not a form of punishment, and it certainly does not mean you are losing your benefits. It is purely about processing cycles. On paper, the rule appears straightforward. The Social Security Administration specifies that your payment date is based on your scheduled Wednesday or the first or third of the month, depending on your benefit type and birthday. The Treasury states that they release funds to financial institutions on that designated date. That is the official policy. However, in practice, here is what occurs. Banks often receive the file prior to the official posting time. Some choose to show it as pending immediately, others make it available right away, and still others hold it until their internal batch processes run. Consequently, the reality is that two neighbors with the same benefit type, the same payment amount, and the same Treasury release might experience different timelines solely because they use different banks. One might see the money on Sunday night while the other waits until Monday morning. Both scenarios are correct and neither indicates an error. This is where fear often arises because the system operates quietly, technically, and behind the scenes. When you do not fully understand the machinery involved, it can feel personal, but it is not personal at all. It is mechanical. This explanation is not based on opinion, guessing, or rumors. It is grounded in how the Social Security Administration, the United States Treasury, and the banking system are designed to function. By understanding the system, you can eliminate unnecessary fear. Once you grasp the distinction between a release date and a posting time, you can find some rest. And our role at USA Secure Benefits is to shield you from unwarranted worry by breaking down the system in clear, straightforward language. So let us take a moment to recap what we have covered so far. We have discussed why mentions of Sunday midnight deposits are circulating. We have clarified that the Treasury release and bank posting are distinct processes. We have emphasized that this is about system timing rather than any personal failure. You have not missed any critical details. You are right where you need to be in this explanation. And moving forward, we will delve deeper into how Social Security schedules actually operate, including who receives payments on which days and why weekends can alter the appearance of deposits. Again, we remind you not to panic. We are navigating this together. Now let us examine how Social Security payments are scheduled in detail. There are three primary groups. First, SSI recipients, who are typically paid on the first of the month or the preceding business day. If the first falls on a weekend or holiday, Second, Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries who began receiving benefits before May 1997 and are usually paid on the third of the month or the prior business day. And third, those on the Wednesday schedule where the payment date depends on your birthday, falling into categories like the 1st through 10th for the second Wednesday, the 11th through 20th for the third Wednesday, and the 21st through 31st for the fourth Wednesday. This is where the Sunday night aspect becomes relevant. If the official payment date is a Monday, the Treasury frequently releases the ACH file to banks late on Sunday. Some banks then decide to post it immediately while others wait until Monday's batch. This results in variations where you might see it pending on Sunday evening, available at 12:01 a.m., at 6:00 a.m., or even after 9 a.m., and none of these timings suggest that the Social Security Administration has altered your benefit. Adjustments for cost of living, Medicare deductions, or overpayment offsets are all calculated well in advance. Before the money reaches your bank, the posting time is merely the final step in the process. Now let us address some special situations because we know many viewers fall into these categories. For widows and widowers, your survivor benefits adhere to the same deposit logic as retirement benefits. A Sunday night posting does not affect your entitlement. For disabled adult children, your payment is linked to the parent's record, but the bank timing rules remain identical. For SSI couples, if you receive a combined payment, the early or late posting still hinges on the bank, rather than any change in eligibility. For dual beneficiaries receiving both SSI and SSDI, you may notice two different posting times, which is normal as they are processed through separate cycles. For those with VA and Social Security overlap, the VA and Social Security Administration utilize different systems, but both depend on the Treasury, so posting times can vary even during the same weekend. For representative payees, the account you manage might post at a different time than your personal account, even if at the same bank. Once more, this is due to system behavior and not any personal error. Let us now gently dispel some common rumors. One rumor is that a midnight Sunday deposit indicates special approval or a bonus. But the reality is, it simply means your bank posted early. Another rumor is that if it is not there by midnight, something is wrong. But in truth, many banks post later in the morning. Yet another rumor suggests the Social Security Administration is secretly changing the schedule. But the reality is that the payment calendar has not been altered. Social media often amplifies urgency, but your peace of mind deserves the truth. And the truth is that your benefits are not vanishing just because the clock struck midnight and your bank has not updated yet. Welcome back if you are just joining us. You have not missed anything crucial. We are continuing directly from where we left off. We want to reiterate this because some of you may still feel anxious when checking your bank balance. Do not panic. We are walking through this together. Now allow us to explain in simple terms how the money actually moves. The Social Security Administration does not send funds directly to your bank. Instead, the United States Treasury handles that. The Social Security Administration provides the Treasury with a list of who gets paid, the amounts, and the dates. The Treasury then sends an ACH file to the banking system. That file travels through a network. Banks receive it, and each bank then determines when to post it to individual accounts. Here are the key points to understand. The release time differs from the availability time. The Treasury might release funds on Sunday night, but your bank could post them on Monday morning. A pending status does not mean the payment is missing. It means the bank has seen the money and is preparing to credit it. Weekend and holiday batch processing is significant, as some banks only finalize deposits during business hours. The reason your neighbor might get paid first could be due to using a different bank or even a different account type within the same bank. The Social Security Administration cannot override your bank's processes. Once the Treasury sends the file, the Social Security Administration loses control over the posting timing. So if you encounter someone online claiming their deposit arrived at midnight and therefore everyone should have it, that is not accurate. It is the same release but different posting clocks. And none of this reflects on your eligibility, status, or standing with the Social Security Administration. Now let us discuss what to do if a payment genuinely appears to be missing. The Social Security Administration follows a 3-business-day rule, meaning if your payment does not become available 3 full business days after the official date, then it is appropriate to take action. Common reasons for delays include bank processing holds, changes in account numbers, mismatches in names, transitions for representative payees, recent new enrollments, holds for direct deposit overpayment reviews, adjustments for Medicare premiums, and verifications by the Treasury for anti-fraud purposes. None of these imply that you have done something wrong. If you need to contact the Social Security Administration, prepare the following: your Social Security number, your bank's routing number, your account number, the date you expected the payment, and your benefit type, whether it is retirement, SSI, SSDI, or survivor. When speaking, remain calm, as you are not in trouble. You are merely inquiring about the file's status in the system. Now let us have a sincere conversation. We understand that many of you are carefully counting every dollar. Groceries have become more expensive. Rent continues to rise. Electric bills are higher during winter and summer. Medications cost more than before. And when a deposit is delayed even by a few hours, your mind can start racing with concerns like, will I be able to afford my medicine? Can I pay my utility bill on time? Am I going to make it through this month? For some of you, there is also the added burden of loneliness. You might not have family members checking in. You may be handling all of this independently, so hear this clearly. Your worry is completely understandable. Your concern is valid. Your dignity is important. The timing of the system does not define your worth. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible, and you are not alone in this. Let us go through a calm and practical checklist together. First, check your My Social Security account to confirm your payment date and amount. Second, verify your direct deposit information to ensure the routing and account numbers are correct. Third, consider Form SSA 44 if your income has dropped and your Medicare premiums are high, as this may provide assistance. Fourth, look into W-4V for optional federal tax withholding on benefits if needed. Fifth, explore Medicare savings programs such as QMB, SLMB, and QI, which can help cover Part B premiums. Sixth, consider extra help for prescriptions to reduce drug costs under Part D. Seventh, look into SNAP and LIHEAP for assistance with food and energy bills. Additionally, as a scam protection reminder, the Social Security Administration will never threaten you over the phone. They will never demand gift cards, and they will never request your full Social Security number via email or text. It is essential to protect yourself as your benefits are precious. If this checklist is helpful, please comment to let us know. Share your state so we can customize future guidance and indicate if you want more updates on Social Security Administration topics. Now let us look ahead with care and honesty. There is no confirmed change to the Social Security payment calendar at this time. There is no confirmed new deposit program linked to Sunday midnight. There are ongoing discussions in Congress regarding program funding, long-term solvency, COLA formulas, Medicare premium adjustments, and coordination between VA and disability benefits. But these are proposals and not yet law. Discussions do not equate to decisions. Any changes that would impact your monthly check would be publicly announced, formally scheduled, and communicated by the Social Security Administration and Treasury with time allocated for implementation. At USA Secure Benefits, we will continue to monitor developments from the Social Security Administration, United States Treasury, Medicare, CMS, VA, and Congress. We commit to bringing you only what is confirmed, verified, and responsible. We thank you for trusting USA Secure Benefits with matters so personal as your financial security, health, and peace of mind. You have worked for these benefits. You have earned them. They are not charity or favors. They are your right. If this information has helped you feel calmer, please share your thoughts in the comments and pass it along to someone who might be worried. Ensure you are subscribed to USA Secure Benefits to stay informed on future updates. We form a community here where we support one another. We replace fear with understanding, and we confront this system together rather than in isolation. Take care of yourselves, and remember, you have got this.